This long weekend, 40 people will voluntarily spend 40 hours in a tiny cage with nothing to do and nothing to eat but cereal. It's a world-first stunt to bring attention to factory farming. The volunteers have had to sign their life away because nobody knows how it's going to go. Zach Fleming went to have a look.
It's an inconspicuous building nestled between a car dealership and a lunch bar. But over the weekend it'll be home to a world-first social experiment.
40 people are going to be caged for 40 hours.
In the same cage, together, to simulate and raise awareness of factory farming.
About 1.2 square metres per person, so that is really a small amount of space. It's just over the size of a phone box.
Mandy Carter from animal welfare group SAFE, they're the brains behind it. The cage, in Ponsonby in Auckland, is around the size of 1.5 boxing rings, or a third of a tennis court. On first look, it doesn't even seem like 40 people could fit in it standing, let alone lying down to sleep.
They're only going to be allowed out to the toilet at set times, so they're going to also have to get used to not having that freedom to come and go as they choose. Like factory farmed animals, they're going to be fed a very boring grain-fed diet of muesli and soy milk 4 times a day. So it is going to be a life of deprivation and restriction.
And no phones, no books to read, no entertainment, no creature comforts. A psychologist will even be on hand. And yet so many people volunteered, SAFE had to turn people down. Danielle Hart is the oldest volunteer, at 55.
I didn't even have to think about it. The minute I saw it, I just thought, what a fantastic idea. If it helps raise awareness, then I was all in.
Ariana Brunette is one of the youngest, at just 17.
For me it's just 40 hours of my time, but for them it's their entire life, so yeah, I'm prepared to give that up.
By them, she means the estimated more than 100 million pigs, birds, cows and fish that are factory farmed in New Zealand. SPCA Chief Scientist Anya Dale says factory farmed animals don't have good quality of life.
By default, these animals have intense confinement. These do not meet the behavioural needs of these animals. I mean, these are animals directly in our care that we are using for an end purpose. So it's responsible and also legislated for that we meet their physical health and behavioural needs, which ultimately means giving these animals a life worth living.
The Ministry for Primary Industries Director of Animal and Animal Products, Paul Danstead, said current legislation is based on all points of view and the best available scientific evidence. He says MPI is actively involved in improving the welfare of animals in New Zealand, referencing the banning of sow stalls for pigs in 2015 and the phasing out of battery cages for layer hens. Egg producers have until 2022 to get rid of them completely. Michael Brooks, Executive Director of the Egg Producers Federation, says farmers will abide by whatever the government or the public says is acceptable.
This is an emotive topic, and we understand that. And that's why it's so important that you actually have the decisions made on welfare by people who look at all the studies, who have expertise, and they say that's it. Industry then follows it. If there's a range of choices, let consumers make the choice. If consumers over a period of time go all to free range and barn, then farmers would follow them.
And ultimately that's what SAFE wants the stunt to achieve, for people to vote with their wallets.
We really want people to realise that the power lies with them, that they can be the ones to help animals, and we don't have to put up with the terrible way things are.
The 40 hours starts at 10 p.m. tonight. The entire thing will be live streamed. For Checkpoint, Zach Fleming.